So what is up, YouTube? This is Zach back again with another video for you guys. I know it's been quite some time since I've posted. I think it's almost been a year. Over the past year, been super busy with home renovations. I know in my last video I mentioned the kitchen, which is where I'm at right now. We finished that up a year ago, and now we've pretty much touched everything in the house. So we've been super busy. I haven't had a whole lot of time over the past year to hit the range or add to my firearm collection either. So, but we're changing that. We just hit the range about a month ago and have a new firearm to show you guys today that I picked up about 2 months ago. So we'll get right into it. This is not really a review. This is more like a first impressions, just because I've only had maybe 500 rounds through the thing. So. We'll get into it. But anyway, so Knights Armament. Awesome company, been around for quite some time. Military contracts. They've known for working with Eugene Stoner to really perfect the AR-15 platform. So been trying to get my hands on an SR-15 complete rifle for honestly a couple of years. Well, not really a couple of years. We'll say the past year. Seems like as soon as they come in stock, they're gone like immediately. Now you can find them on Gunbroker for a pretty decent markup, and I'm just not willing to pay that, if I'm being honest with you. So we have the next best thing. We have an SR-15 Carbine Mod 2, E3 Carbine Mod 2 upper. This is a 14.5 inch. This thing came in stock one day on Midway, and I snagged it for about MSRP. So I've been super happy with that. You can find these, if you're patient enough, on gaffs for decent prices, usually under MSRP. Like I said, you just got to be patient. But this one is brand new. Just kind of lucked up on it. But straight out of the box, this thing has been, absolutely awesome. The upper itself, what it comes with is just top tier material, in my opinion. Knights is known for their proprietary parts, not mil-spec parts. I know that kind of scares a lot of people away because, mil-spec is like Legos, right? If something breaks, it's super easy to replace or find replacement parts for. But Knights has been in the game for a long time, so I think they've really perfected a lot of the shortfalls of the mil-spec AR-15. So anyway, so we'll get right into that. Straight out of the box, this thing comes with the Knights Armament flip-up, back-up sights, which are super nice, very sturdy, very solid. It does come with a 3-prong flash hider, which is built for their QD suppressors, which is very nice. Their lockup system is awesome. You can see the dimples in this. Their suppressors actually have little bearings that prevent your suppressor from basically locking up after a high round count. But like I said, there's a lot of proprietary parts in this, especially the gas system. The gas system's completely sealed. I know on a lot of my other rifles, sometimes, especially running suppressed, you'll get some gas blowback or some gas leakage, especially at the gas block. Especially when you C-clamp, you can really feel it if you're not wearing gloves. But you don't really get that on the SR-15. It's pretty interesting. Their gas tube, I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it in this top hemlock portion here. Anyways, it's completely straight, which is very interesting. On a mil-spec gas tube, you kind of have that bend. It kind of goes up and over. And I don't know if that, I think it helps with, honestly, your gas flow. Because, you could see, when you're firing rounds, how gas could get, kind of kinked up in those bends. But anyways, that's another thing that's kind of stands out to me with the Carbine Mod 2, the SR-15. Moving backwards through this thing, it does have the E3.2 bolt. I have no clue what they changed from the E3 to the E3.2. You guys can let me know, drop a comment, but I'm guessing it's better. So charging handle, it's their ambi charging handle. I'll be honest with you, it's nothing to write home about. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's fine. I'm not going to change it because it doesn't really bother me. It's just not, it's not a Radian. Honestly, I feel like Daniel Defense charging handles are maybe slightly better. But we're going to leave it there for now until it gives me a problem. Yeah, moving through this, the lower, like I said, I couldn't find a complete SR-15, or I just wasn't willing to pay that upcharge on Gunbroker. So I slapped an LMT. This is the Mars L full ambi lower on here. It's been super nice. I really like it. It is full ambidextrous, so you have your bolt catch and release here. It's not just a bolt release, which I believe Knights ambi lower has. So that's kind of neat. I have heard lately that LMT has had some QC issues. I haven't really seen that with this lower. It seems pretty solid. The made up to the upper is really solid. I mean, there's no wiggle or anything. It's super solid. So I've been super happy with that. And I did get this just as it was just a stripped lower. Moving down, the trigger is a Geisley 3-gun. This is the SD3G, I believe, the SD3G trigger. It's 3.5 pound trigger pull, and it does have the extra spring if you want a little bit harder trigger pull. I think it's like 4.5 pounds. I could be wrong on that. Moving back, the buffer tube, this carbine length. This is BCM. This is a BCM buffer tube. We are running Springco Blue spring in here, as well as the this is also another interesting thing. The upper actually came with Knights HH buffer, which is their version of the H2. An H2 buffer, I think it's just slightly different. I think it may be just a little bit heavier. So that was interesting. I wasn't expecting the upper to come with the buffer weight, but we are running that. Just from what I've read, it seems to run very well that way. So Springco Blue, and then the Knights 2H or the HH buffer. Other than that, everything's pretty basic. We do have B5 furniture and then BCM gunfighter foregrip, and probably going to chop this just because I just use this for a kind of a hand stop to get my C-clamp. We don't have a weapon mounted light on here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to run. I am definitely going to run a light, but I'm not sure. I would really like to get my hands on a Cloud Defensive Rain 3.0. But yeah, I have 2 other Rains, really like them. They're the 1.0, and then I also have the Rain Micro on my Mark 18. So I don't know. We'll see. I've also thought about going Surefire. I've never run Surefire on a rifle before, so kind of like to mix it up just a little bit and try things out. So we'll see, and I'll get back to you guys on what I decide. Up top, you guys know I have a razor on my V7 Pro. So I also threw a razor on this thing, and it's the exact same razor. It's this is the Gen 2 1-6. This is the HD. It's fantastic. I really like these. Super clear glass. I've got this on an ADM Recon mount. Really like it. This one is actually a little bit lower than my other. I can't remember exactly what the specs were on my other Recon. But anyways, it sits a little bit lower. I really like that. Overall, I kind of built this to be more of a woods gun, something that I can take out in the woods with me, kind of a recce type build. So I've been really happy with this thing. It does it is a rich rifle. It does shoot mil-spec ammo. You can't run any cheap stuff through this thing. If you run steel case through it, you're gonna have issues. I actually ran a mag of steel case through it just to see what would happen, and it didn't like it. So just be aware of that. Which, to be honest with you, I don't think I would expect a gun that was designed for military purposes to run cheap ammo. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Is this the ultimate fighting rifle? You guys drop a comment, let me know. Hopefully I'll be able to give you guys an update, and I'll also drop a little bit of range footage for you guys at the end of this video. So super happy with this thing, super happy to be able to have a Knights and be able to test this thing out some. I'd also like to say I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just a regular guy, no prior military background. Just really enjoy the firearm community and enjoy sparking conversations with you guys. So